welcome to Honest Liars Improv. So, I'm sorry. I am a little flustered. I was just in the back, and some guy came up to me, and he said, yeah, there's a lot of chicks in your show. Hope you're not going to talk about PMS and periods and women's problems. And I said, sir, I don't even know you. Why would I talk about you? I am a proud American. Well, at least I am American. I had nothing to do with it. I swear, I wasn't even there. Oh no. Oh Jesus. Do not judge me. Okay? Don't judge me. Don't stereotype me. All Americans want is to be the best. We just want to be number one. And we're really good at most things like sports and business and childhood diabetes. And now we got this COVID thing. We're almost there with that. So, everybody's trying to be politically correct these days. So I set my girlfriend up with one of those dating apps over lockdown, because that is the best time to, look for a serial killer you might marry. Anyway, we looked at all these, questions and set up her profile. And the questions were so stupid. They were like, what's your hobby? What books do you like to read? Let me tell you something. Women only need to know two things in order to get a partner for life. And that's what is your salary package and how big is your package. And ladies, if you are not laughing at this, then you are sitting next to an unemployed man with a very small bank balance. Yeah, so anyway, we had a good time with the swiping left, and she kept saying, oh, you know what? I don't have anything in common with any of these people. And I'm like, hey, what makes you think you should have anything more in common than an average married person? I mean, if I was into my husband's hobbies, I would be bound in Lycra on my cycle going to pie shops. And he would be up here talking shit about me. That's right. But I am married, and I know what you're thinking. And yes, my husband's favorite book is Moby Dick. I got a laugh from the backstage for that one. Anyway, we are estranged. I just want to point that out. It all happened during lockdown. Started with a haircut, and then it went to a little bit south and went to back shaving. And I mean, it's not my fault because I couldn't tell where the neck ended and the back started. And I went a little crazy, people, I will admit. Next thing I know, this guy is completely manscaped. I was manic. I was like Edward Scissorhand. And I ended up making this really nice little topiary of Brad Pitt's face on his chest just to spice things up in the bedroom. And it started out, it was the Brad Pitt from Thelma and Louise. But now that it's grown out a little, it's the Brad Pitt from Benjamin Button. So it doesn't look so great. So anyway, and then there was the TV watching. And he didn't like what I watched on TV, because I do like thrillers, and I was watching Wives with Knives. And it's a real show. And he did freak out a little bit because I was taking notes. I mean, we all did some silly stuff, though, right, during lockdown. I perfected the scone or the scone. I cleaned out my linen cupboard. I smoked some crack, which helped me to clean out the linen cupboard, because it was filthy. So I did that. But you know what? He's not perfect. He's put on a few COVID kgs, if you know what I mean. I mean, this guy ate so much it was like Paula Bennett's lap band first. And I am very dedicated. I risked my life going to Pack and Save during a pandemic to keep him in chicken chips. But he's really out of breath now, and he's breathing heavy, and so sex is like kind of, making love to Darth Vader.
Kathy, You are my wife. May my fourth be with you.
I know, it's really weird, but I kind of liked it. Oh, well, so, yeah, and look, I am no prize, okay? I'm just going to tell you that right now, because I'm going through the change, and I got $9.50 so far, but I'm still going to clean out the couch, so I'm hoping for more. Yeah, you girls know what I'm talking about. My husband, he is afraid I'm going to turn into my mother, and I am afraid I'm going to turn into my father. Every day is like a menopausal advent calendar. You know, it's like, oh, exciting, day number 1, hot flashes. Which that actually, ladies, is a good thing, because the heating bill this winter has been really low. And day number 2, goat hair grows from the chin. Yay. Day number 3, coarse gray hairs grow from the lips. Day number 4, coarse gray hairs grow from the mustache. Hey, you guys are going to get that joke later on. When you're driving home, you're going to be going, that was so good. Hilarious. Oh, yeah, so anyway, I'm going through, the change. And I do not like change. It took me forever to go from whole milk to soy milk. And I don't even know how they milk those little soybeans. It must be very cruel. But I'm trying a healthier lifestyle. I'm trying to be more of a vegan. So that's a thing. But I keep having this dream, this reoccurring dream. I'm at this breakfast buffet. It's at a hotel. All the Bain Maries are filled with bacon. I open it. There's cheering. There's applause. Ah, angels pop out. Then God appears. This is my dream. God appears. He says, on the 8th day, I created irresistible, smoke-filled pieces of pork flesh, bacon, and it was good. I love bacon. And I don't think I should become a vegan, though, because I have too many annoying other traits. So I'm just not going to do it. These guys are cracking up back here. Anyway, you guys are here to see some improv, which is totally made up, random, ridiculous stuff. And I just want to let you know that a lot of improvisers, a lot of famous people started in improvisation. There's, Billy T, there's Bill Murray, there's Donald Trump. Yeah, he is the best improviser. I mean, the stuff that guy makes up, you cannot script, right? And his best thing, I hear music.
Just being happy.
Oh, she's just being happy with it. Donald Trump's best stuff is on Twitter, isn't it? I mean, that's his best improvisation. Twitter. Why do they call it Twitter? I thought when it first came out, because I'm not very computer literate, but I thought it was a women's health website. Because I always was taught that the Twitter is the spot between your twat and your shitter. You know, the part that Donald Trump likes to grab. This guy almost laughed. He almost laughed. That's right. So anyway, we do get stuck in improv. You're going to probably see that tonight, and you'll recognize it when you see it, and it'll be that look that is on your teenager's face when you ask them a very complex question like, how was your day? What do you want for dinner? So anyway, let's hope that doesn't happen tonight, but let's get on with making some shit up. I am going to introduce our MC for the night, Melissa. Thank you.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for coming tonight. First of all, before we even get started on any of the boring things that I have to go through at the beginning, I'd just like you to know that was Kathy's very first time doing stand-up comedy. Okay? She did really great, right? move this up a little bit because these guys here, they're just going to all freeze up if they don't get any warmth and encouragement from you guys. So we'll just start a basic clapping tutorial. So if you could just use 2 fingers and clap on the palm of your hand, mildly amused for me. Just like it's raining on the roof. Let's use 4 now and just say something wonderful's happened. Maybe you just got a like on Facebook. And now we'll just clap a little bit harder because maybe you're going to McDonald's for dinner and don't have to cook. Right? And let's wipe it up a notch. Come on, all campers, no longer prison! I'd like to introduce you to Kim. Come on out, John. To you, we've just had more practice at being dicks on stage. If you see something that you like tonight and you might want to give it a go, I've got something special to offer you at the end, a free taste testing workshop. See if you'd like to have a bash at some of the things that we've been practicing over the last couple of years. But let's get started with some games. Okay, hands up. Who has seen Whose Line Is It Anyway? Okay, it's an old person's show from 1,000,000 years ago, where we also just watched telly in the evening. There was no Netflix or anything really interesting going on except for the duvet in the bedroom, which explains the baby boom around about that time. But so Whose Line Is It Anyway? Showcased for the world improv theatre sports games, and all of it is based on your suggestions and our ability to possibly turn that into something mildly amusing. So the better your suggestions are tonight, the better scenes you're going to get from these guys. And I would like to hand the MC hat to Neil, who is going to take us through our very first game.
Thank you. Right. With this before I trip up. Right. Okay, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Who can remember some of the names of the actors, improvisers in Whose Line Is It Anyway? Colin
Mockery.
Mockery, very good.
Oh, Drew Carey.
Drew Carey, he was them saying it. Yep. Greg Proops, yep. And Wayne, the guy who's got a very dark tan. Wayne. Brady, very good, very good. Okay. Very terrific. Brings back memories, doesn't it? One of the games I used to play a lot was called Scenes from a Hat. Hands up if you remember that game, Scenes from a Hat. Great, okay. You know how it's played. Some of you didn't put your hand up, won't know how it's played. How it works is, I've got some scenes here that these people haven't seen yet, and I've got some suggestions from the audience before the show about a scene or world's worst, etc., that they will then step forward and give their take on what that scene should go like, with a bit of weirdness or whatever. Okay. So in a moment I'm going to call out a scene or world's worst, and they'll step forward and give their take on it. Okay. The first one is going to be, let's get one from the audience. It was an inappropriate conversation when meeting your future mother-in-law.
Congratulations, your husband must be really good too. Well hung, maybe? Inappropriate. It's supposed to be inappropriate.
Does she always make that noise?
Is she still here?
So, you're not going to take any more of those cruises, right? Because we really could use the cash.
Rightio, things. Where you go?
Oh, wow, looks like I chose wrong.
Things you could say about your pet, but not your partner. Things you could say about your pet, but not your partner.
Good boy.
I know we don't like to do this, Skippy, but we're going to have to squeeze your anal glands.
Get him behind!
Who's a hairy boy? Who's a hairy boy?
You're such a gorgeous pussy.
Did you poop in the neighbor's lawn again?
Sit up and beg.
People you would not want to meet at a nudist colony. People you were not watching.
Dad.
Granddad!
Let's make America great again.
Father Michael!
I'm here to trim the topiary. Oh, it's a mirror. Oh.
I know I'm 65 and double G's.
Okay, world's worst we'll go on to now. World's worst psychiatrist. This is from the audience. World's worst psychiatrist.
You are sick.
Yeah, what's your problem?
Nymphomania, you say?
It's all your fault.
I've got 5 minutes. Have you got $100,000? You know, like signing?
You say you're depressed. I have to listen to you all day.
Okay, world's worst chief chef. Chef. Cook. Head honcho in the kitchen.
Serve that.
Oh, you know the COVID, it's just a bunch of...
World's worst tandem dive instructor. World's worst tandem dive instructor.
Hey, baby, just a little bit closer here. I'm afraid I'm just going to have to hang out at the front.
I liked it.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. We're going to die. We're all going to die.
Can I just come in a little bit closer there? Connected up all right?
I am now.
Do you know how to pack this?
Anyone got any ideas for world's worst? Hands up. World's worst anything.
Wedding day.
Wedding day. World's worst wedding day.
I don't.
Hang on. I'm just swiping left a bit.
Anyone else got one more?
You don't mind that you're number 5, right? Polygamy's okay with you?
Join the list. Okay. Well, I've given the clap. All right, our next game is called the game of questions, and how it works is we have 2 teams here, so we'll split you into, say, a 4 and 3.
4 and 3.
Boys versus girls versus the boys and whatever. Okay. So come a bit further forward. Yeah, on the angle's better. Perfect. Okay. Now, how this game works is they can only have a conversation in questions: the who, what, where, who, why. That's what they. And if they ask a statement, if they say a statement, they get buzzed out. Okay. Now, we need a conversation these 2 people could have. Give me an occupation first of all. An interesting or weird occupation.
Funeral director.
Funeral director, great. And what could the funeral director be arguing about or debating with?
What to do with the ashes.
Okay. Good. You're the funeral director. You're the client. Action.
What should I do with Mummy's ashes?
Do you even know how she died?
Why would I know that?
Weren't you with her at the time of decease?
How are you going to fit all that into this little bowl?
Don't you think I've done it before?
How many times?
Do I look like a professional to you?
Why are you asking me?
Why are you badgering me? I only work here.
How am I supposed to grieve with you here?
On your own.
So whose ashes are you here to collect?
Hang on, it was my mother.
Self-protection.
Isn't this a really large amount of ashes?
Did you see your mother? Is there any other way I could say it?
Are you the world's worst funeral director?
Isn't that what the award says?
How do you stay open?
Don't you know people love cheap prices?
Is this a cheap price?
Have you tried other places?
How am I supposed to afford this?
Didn't you see we've got a payment plan?
Is that supposed to be in English?
You don't speak Swahili?
Why would I speak Swahili?
Isn't your skin dark from being in that region a long time?
Are you racist?
Am I a white supremacist?
Well, you are wearing black, so.
I can't agree with you.
Am I going to have to stand here holding these ashes all day?
Can you glue her back together any faster?
Have you got more glue?
Do you want to take the ashes home or bury them?
Can't I spread them over a nice park nearby?
Do you know that the law doesn't allow that anymore?
Do I really have to care?
It is your mother.
How did he die?
Isn't it my mother?
Can I have the next game is called 4 Ways to Die, and I need Brett, Kathy, thank you, yes, and John. Brett, Kathy, Melissa, and John up here, please. And Kelly, need the easel and whiteboard paper and whiteboard marker. This game is called 4 Ways to Die. One of my favourite games, one of our favourite games. We love playing this in practice. And basically, how it works is, bring it over this side. Oh, I'll go to this side. How it works is they will play out a scene, and each of the improvisers has to die a certain way that you will give them. So start thinking of weird ways an actor can die. And when they die, we're going to yell out something. So, for example, Melissa, if you come up here and just give me a moment, can someone give me an unusual way for someone to die?
Snack bite.
What was that?
Drowned in a cup of tea.
Drowned in a cup of tea.
Of course.
Big cup of tea must be tea.
Yeah, thanks.
Keep it up. Okay, right here. And during the scene, she may drink the cup of tea or fall in the cup of tea. Something may happen, and she's going to slowly die. So we've got to the part of the scene where she is drowning in the cup of tea.
Oh.
And as she takes her last breath, we're all going to say, "Oh no, death by tea." Okay, I'm going to write these words up here, the key word of how that person dies. And each one will die off as we go through the scene until the last person left. Okay. So the first thing we need to find out are the 4 ways that these people to die. So, can you hear me at the back there? Okay.
Speak up.
Okay. What is one way a person could die in a scene, say on a farm? Unusual way of dying on a farm.
Snake bite.
A snake bite, okay. Death by snake bite. Okay, maybe an unusual way someone could die in an office.
Eating too many lollies.
Okay. Death by lollies.
Lollies? Okay.
Snake, we've got. We'll cross off 2 because that was the top one. Lollies, another way.
Horseback riding.
Horseback riding.
Horseback riding. Die from falling from the horse. Death by horse.
Yep.
I could die horseback riding.
You don't get to choose. I might do it first.
Bareback.
This is what we've got a large stage to work on. Crikey. All right. And one more. We'll cross off 2.
Strangulation.
Why do we have to cross off T?
Because that was just a practice one.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
Snake, horseback.
Give me another one, sorry.
Strangulation. Getting caught in a flex bush.
Okay.
Strangulation.
Strangulation is good. And maybe by flex it could be some other way, but strangulation.
Strangulation, horse.
Okay. Okay, snake bite, lollies, horse. We'll just put horse riding or hurdling or maybe a jockey, I don't know. We'll find out. Horse is the thing, death by horse. Okay, and strangulation. Now, we need a scene that 4 people could be doing. That maybe they're making something or going somewhere. Give me some suggestions about where they could be going to do something. Could be out in the country, on a farm.
Honest lies.
Pardon?
Should see honest lies.
Yes.
Okay, they're going to see Honest Liars at a show, and something happens on the way. You walk in there, your car's broken down, and you've got to get there somehow, okay? So remember, every time someone dies and takes their last breath, I'll start it off by saying, oh no, death by, it might be lollies. Okay, we'll say it together, and one by one they will die off. And you ready? Action.
Good thing I brought my umbrella.
God, I hope the show's good tonight.
Better bloody be in this weather.
You know what? I need to give you something, because your breath is terrible.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Here, have another.
It's that sinuses.
Get off the road! It's for the horses and the cars. You're in the way.
This is a road? It's
Yes.
hard to tell in the dark.
Come on, look, this is Papamoa. I've got to take my horse to have a shit somewhere. I'm off to the beach.
Was that a talking horse or a woman on? It is Papamoa.
It is Papamoa.
Do you know what I know about Papamoa?
What do you know about Papamoa?
The boobs are real, but the jewels are fake. That's all I know.
I'm going to pretend not to understand.
Here, take another one of these. Your breath is atrocious. Anyway, let's go.
Whoa, 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 back, whoa, back. What's happened? My horse, it must have eaten something along the side of the road. Can you grab the reins? Can you grab the reins? Can you grab the reins?
It is.
Oh no! Death by horse!
I feel like we should grab the reins.
I thought she said it's raining.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
But I wouldn't have grabbed the reins anyway. Here, have another one of these.
Thanks.
Anyway. I don't... Are you okay? Here, have another one. This show's getting better already. I've knocked out a couple of my competitions. Hey, Brett! Brett! Over here!
What? Oh, wow, what's going on?
I wanted to take the back way because I've gained a little weight over, COVID. So I'm just taking the back way to the
okay.
show. I'm so glad
yeah.
you could make it.
Well, yeah, I was just trying to hitchhike the remaining 20 metres. We're just about there.
20 meters. God, it feels like all the way from Papamoa. It's just, whew.
Yeah.
This flax is so huge. I'm just kind of trying to cut it down. And it's Matariki. So I'm going to make you something special.
Really? For me? I hope it'll help me celebrate this great occasion.
It's a flax snake.
Wow. I love it!
Oh no! Death by strangulation! One to go. Do it, you can do it.
Now the whole improv show will be mine. All mine. But I do like this little flax snake. Maybe I'll wear him as a necklace. Revenge! Revenge!
Oh, no!
Death by snake bite! Well done, well done, well done.
taste on how we do this. Silly, funny, and the suggestions from you make it wonderful or terrible, or has nothing to do with our acting at all. If it's all to do with you. Okay, so we're going to ask for a couple of brave people in the audience in a minute to do a game we're going to demonstrate for you now. Now, we're not going to pick on anyone and pull anyone out of the crowd, but if you feel like you want to have a go at something that doesn't require talking much, this is the game for you. So we're going to show you the change game, and if we could have Brett and Mark out here with Kim and Sally at the front, please. We'll present to you the change game. All right, Sally and Kim up the front. Now, Mark, you're going to be working with Sally, and Brett, you're going to be working with Kim. Every time they are in a line of dialogue that you think is a bit boring, or you'd like to change or throw them under the bus, you can tap them on the shoulder and say, change. And they have to change the last part of what they said, or that whole sentence to mean something completely different, or the opposite, whatever you like that you think might be more interesting than what you're doing. I'll give you an example. Sally and Kim, you are arguing about something. What could it be? Something two people might argue about.
Bad driving.
Bad driving, brilliant. So you're in a car and you're arguing about the bad driving that's going on in the car. And I'll get Mark and Brett to demonstrate what the change game is. Go ahead.
Oh, Harry, I wish you'd just drive a bit more carefully. I'm a bit scared your eyesight's not very good now.
Darling, I'm a fabulous driver.
Oh, I think you're getting too old. I think you're just so gorgeous, honey.
I've never hit anything that was alive.
Change.
I only hit living things.
Change.
I love hitting living things.
Oh, watch out for that bus.
Oh.
Oh, watch out for that horse over there.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for the demo, Sally and Kim. Now we know how it works. We need some people to be the change agents for Brett and Mark. Knowing that the only word you have to say is change and tap them on the shoulder. Can we have a couple of volunteers, please? Oh, please, settle down. Settle down. So I can see you, sir, at the back.
Please.
You, sir, at the back. You look like a great candidate. I need one other person. You, sir, at the back. That's right, I'm going to take both ends, like bookends. All right. Funny that you seem to have a suspicious Honest Liars jersey on there, sir.
Kevin's one from out the back.
Kevin's one of us. And Ben. This is my husband. Because you guys are such cowards. Had to pull people out of the audience we already knew. But I assure you that he's never done this before. And Kevin will be okay at it anyway. All right, so we need a scenario where two people would be discussing something very important.
Reading of a will. Circumcising their child.
The suggestion was circumcising a child. That's the sort of suggestion that we love. Hey, boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Don't be shy with the change.
Okay.
Anytime you want to say something or change what they're saying, go ahead.
So, turns out my parents forgot to have it done.
Change.
Turns out I've just heard about this whole being Jewish thing, and it sounds great.
Well, that's good. You've come to your senses, you know.
Change.
Well, it's a bit late now, isn't it?
I don't know. Do you think you could just give it a try? I mean, it's
Change.
well, I tried doing it myself, but I made a bit of a mess. Do you think you could fix it?
I see what you mean. I'm going to have to sharpen my scalpel. I'm going to have to sharpen these shears a lot sharper than I usually do. Alright, drop your tracks then. Drop your miniskirt.
Alright, do you normally do it with this many people watching?
Change.
Do you think we should sell tickets?
Change.
Should I, where do you want me to sit?
Okay, well you are now. You're standing to attention, I see. Have you seen the doctor about that?
Yes, and he sent me to you.
Yeah, well, I might have to cut a bit further back by the looks of it. I might have to be cut the bush around it first.
Oh, well, that's easy. Do I have to pay extra for that? Okay. Well, if I thought that was going to help, I would have done it myself. Okay. Don't you have an attractive nurse who can do that?
Well done, team. That was good. Wow, awkward situation, much. Oh, okay. With the mini skirt tune, I thought maybe you'd already had it done, but a little bit way too far back. But that's okay. All right. So now I'm going to pass on the director's hat, the MC hat, to Kim. Would you like to come on out, Kim? She's going to take us in our next game, which is called Hollywood Director. There you go. Oh, you've got the
hand really fits in this, but okay. Yes, as you can see from my super high budget clapper, I am the greatest Hollywood director. Obviously, I'm also American, so that means I must be the best Hollywood director, obviously. And we are going to have Melissa, John, and Kathy come out and join us today. And we are going to film a scene from our new movie coming out, which you're going to help us with. Now, we would like to get from you a location of where this movie could be taking place. Mexico, great idea. And maybe like, just for a little bit of drama, a little flair, why would two people be having a disagreement or be enemies?
The war.
The war?
The wall.
Oh, the wall.
Oh, the wall.
The wall. The
wall. Construction workers. Wall in Mexico. Obviously. Okay, great. So, John and Kathy are going to be having a disagreement about the wall. And we're going to be starting our movie. If you'd like to help me with a title of this movie. Hombres. Okay, good one. Good one. Hombres. And the last thing that I'm going to need for suggestions from you is some film genres, because we're going to change it up every now and again.
Action.
An action movie. Okay. Some other suggestions, maybe Western or porno or
romance.
Romance is good.
Shakespeare
is good.
Mime.
Sorry?
Mime.
Okay, great.
R18.
R18. These guys are good at that. Musical. And you said musical. Okay, wonderful. That's plenty. And now we're just going to go ahead and get our movie about Mexico and the wall, and we're going to go ahead and start Hombres.
So, this is where you want the wall, is it, mate?
We need to build it now.
You got building consent for that?
I don't need a consent. I am God.
I mean, well, you say that, but if the council find out I've put 4,500 kilometres of wall up without building consent, they're going to have to be on my licence.
All we need to do is get some Mexicans.
Did I hear Mexicans? I am Mexican.
Oh, great. Can you...
Are you illegal?
Oh, no. No. I'm not anywhere near digging underneath this wall to get to the great country of America, no. That wall is not very big, and your tiny hands are not gesticulating that very well.
Okay, cut. Guys, this isn't a racist movie. This is pro-American. Do you not hear my accent? You need to make this much, much clearer, okay? I want the acting to be good, but I need it to look maybe, let's try as a musical, please. Okay? There's nothing more. Hamilton just came out on Disney Plus. Let's try this as a musical.
We're building the wall, yes, we're building the wall, yes, we're building the wall, yes, we're building the wall.
Have you got that done? I say, do you have that done?
Well, yes we do, Mr. President, sir. We do have the greatest wall the world has ever built.
You know, bleach is good for you. I just thought I'd throw that in.
Just a little Mexican person not even trying to get over the wall.
Marry me, won't you?
Are you from the great state of America, where Trump can hop America?
I have brought the bleach. I have brought the bleach. I have brought the bleach.
I can cross over the bridge over the wall.
Okay, maybe this you can pull off.
My lord, the wall, it is impossible. The labourers, they cry foul and say they will not build it, my lord.
Will it be or not? That is the question.
Whether it is nobler in the mind to build 4,000 kilometres of stupid wall, or say unto the president, this may not be, sir.
Thou'st needs a Mexican.
Hark, a messenger!
Pity me, I be just a small, insignificant person of foreign and yet seemingly English accent from Mexico. And I do, dost thou prithee that thee I buy?
Take this purse of gold, my friend, and build us the greatest wall the world has ever seen. Here, for the sake of our Lord, even though he be an idiot.
The land of the free, across the waters, where we can all start again, where there will be no borders and no walls, and...
I am king. What does thou say?
Alas, the king, he is mad.
And he has no clothes.
But he does have a toupee.
And cut. As you can see, these actors need to go back to acting school, and this movie will get made in the future with a much bigger budget. Thank you.
On stage, it was something about the toilets in the back block behind Papamoa Plaza. So you guys lifted our game tonight. Mexico at the Wall was significantly better than the bathrooms at Papamoa Plaza. All right, now we are going to play a game called Pocket Note, where we have to send out 3 of our players outside so they cannot hear anything we say. So those 3 players will be Sally, Mark and Kim. Could you please leave the room? And Kathy, could you come and help me scribe?
How's they be gone?
Okay, there's a pen and paper. We are going to write lines down for them to say. So we're going to write a line. You're going to give us some lines, eh? Tonight, yeah. You can be as devious and diabolical as you like, or as naughty or as cheeky, but you're not allowed to be silent this time, because this has to come from you. We're going to write the lines down on each piece of paper and put them upside down on the stage. When we call back our 3 players, we will give them a scene to act in, and every now and then, interspersed through their scene, they have to pick up a line off the floor and read it out as if it's part of the scene that they are playing. Be nasty. All right, so first suggestion of any line. Let's say something that you might say to somebody that you wake up next to in the morning and you've never seen them before.
Stop that.
Stop that.
Stop that.
All right. And maybe a line that you would say if you were begging for a job.
Stop
please.
I'm really, really good at it.
Oh, did you write stop that?
Yeah.
So we've got 2 stop that's.
Stop that!
I will stop scribing. I shall ask for the suggestions. All right, so we've got to stop that. And please, was that it?
No, I've got it.
Okay.
I'm really, really good at it.
You are. What would be the worst thing to say to somebody when they're having a bad day?
You suck.
You suck. It's a good one. How about a crazy question?
Is it really that big?
It's good. Is it really that big? Something that you might wonder about your teacher.
Is she on drugs?
Is she on drugs? And let's say you're having an argument with someone and you really want to win, so you're going to pull out that last punch.
You're that special type of stupid.
You're a special type of stupid.
Yeah, I have said that so many times.
Okay. The last thing you said to your mother.
You're ugly and your mother dresses you funny.
You're ugly and your mother dresses you funny. Your poor grandma. All right, something you might correct somebody who is getting something very wrong.
That's not how you spell it.
That is not how you spell it. That is not how you spell it. Random phrase that somebody might find in a commercial.
Do you suffer from hemorrhoids?
Yes. Do you suffer from hemorrhoids? Very good. Great. We need 2 more. Let's see. If you were to meet just Jacinda Ardern in person, what would be the first thing you would say?
How much toothpaste do you use?
Yes. How much did you say?
How much toothpaste?
How much toothpaste do you use?
I'm still on hemorrhoids.
How do
Okay.
you spell hemorrhoids?
Yeah.
Just
write
phonetically.
piles.
Just say hem and then All right, and when you're deeply in love with somebody and you want them to know how you feel.
You've got a lot of earwax.
Well, I say that to my husband all the time. That's so right. I've got a lot of earwax. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Beautiful. Thank you very much, audience. Now we'll bring back our players. Come on back. And who is this? After this game, we shall stop for a 10-minute toilet break and a bit of a drink if you need to. So you're going to have to hold on a little bit longer if you're laughing until you just feel like you need to cross your legs. All right. So, Sally, Mark and Kim, come on up to the stage. It's freezing.
Thanks for making us wait. Yeah.
Empathy is not one of my strong points. Okay, so before you, you see 3 lines each that you're going to be interweaving into your scene that we'll give you. Now, some sort of famous iconic location in New Zealand, please. Queenstown? Queenstown? Where in Queenstown?
The ice bar.
The ice bar. Or somebody else said the hot pools in Rotorua? I think I'll throw you into hot water by doing that.
Thank you.
Yes, so the 3 of you are in Rotorua in the hot pools, and I shall leave the rest of the scene up to you. And when you are ready, you may interweave those lines at any stage that you like.
Come on, girls, come and join me.
He's kind of cute.
Yeah, okay.
Come on.
Okay, alright. Oh.
This is the hottest pools.
It is. Woo.
Nice and
Ooh,
warm.
yeah.
Yeah, do you come here often?
Most nights.
Do you pick up women often here?
Yeah, I've got a really good pickup line. You'll love this. Is it really that big?
Ooh, that is a good pickup line. I would think that
Every time I'm looking at your faces, I'm blushed.
I wonder who it is.
Isn't is that something that people say to you all the time? Because, I mean, it just is.
Would you like to find out?
What I would probably say to you, though, is you're ugly and your mother just... I mean, I wouldn't say that to you, though.
Oh, so that's all right then.
Yeah.
I think that might offend him. But if you're going to talk to him like that, maybe I could step in.
Yeah.
I've got a better line. I've been practicing my lines for these hot dates. Your heart. Oh, no, sorry. You're that special type of stupid.
Probably like I'm pretty and dumb.
Come on, I
Yeah,
invited
yeah.
you here. Come on, you gotta be nicer to me than that.
Well,
Can we?
I mean,
How can we? Yeah.
Look,
Tell us.
look, I'm just gonna have to come out and say it. I'm really, really good at it. Yeah.
And I think we should try. You suck.
Oh, Sally, that's your job, girl.
It's only one of the.
I don't even know it.
It's only one of the good things I'm good at.
Oh, okay.
Well, that just makes me think, how much toothpaste do you use? Those pearly whites? Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you. You know, it's an old Indian recipe actually.
Wow, I would love
You get the ingredients together, and the instructions tell you. Do you suffer from hemorrhoids?
You know, I've heard that that's really useful.
Yeah, I know. Don't feel hemorrhoids are very good for your teeth.
No, the hemorrhoid cream is supposed to be really good for your teeth.
Yeah, well, I'm an example. Look at me.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're going to have a great night tonight. You're kidding.
I think we are.
Things are hotting up.
I think we should go and check this one out. I've just found. Stop that. Stop that. Don't do those things under the water.
Keep your hands where I can see them. You're so naughty.
Well, don't they have private booths out the back?
Oh.
You know what I think we need to do? to take it and rub it all over.
Oh, makes me so excited. I just want to scream from the top of my lungs. Is she on drugs?
We have 3 couples here who are each going to be acting a scene. Brett and Kathy, Melissa and Mark, Kim and Sally. Kathy and Brett are going to start their scene, and at some point during their scene, these two are going to steal the scene. They're going to clap, and they're going to take the last line that they said, and they're going to use that line to start their scene. And then after a couple of minutes, they're going to clap and steal their line, and start their scene, and then they'll be clapping backwards and forwards, stealing the scenes left, right and centre until it all comes to a hilarious crescendo and you all applaud wildly. Yes? Yes? Okay, so for our scenes we need somewhere where you could spend money that's not a shop. Sorry? Louder? Sorry?
Casino.
Casino. Ooh, casino. Lovely. An expensive hobby.
Marriage.
Horse racing? Okay. And an unusual meal, something you wouldn't cook on a day-to-day basis.
Escargot.
Escargot. Okay. So we have casino, horse racing, and escargot. I give you the clap game.
Hey, mate. I'm for hire. You need to go pee. You need to go get a drink. I'll sit here. I'll work your machine for you.
I've heard that one before. I've been here 12 hours and it hasn't given me anything yet.
I've seen you.
Yeah, see, I'm due a big jackpot.
You're due to take a piss.
Well, you see, I've got this intricate system set up. You can't see it. You might be able to smell it, but it's actually holding it all for me.
Look, I'm a professional, and I don't go for that. I need...
Look, I'm a professional and I don't go for that. I need my jockeys to get on the horse and be slim.
I thought they put a McDonald's right at the gate.
Well, look, okay, hop off that one. Okay, the real horses are over here. Now, when you get on, like, honestly, we've chosen the draft horses for you today.
Really?
We've had to, because over COVID, mate, look what happened. COVID kilos, more like COVID tons.
Well, it's only a small handicap.
Well, I suppose you're right. Well, okay, back over here. Let's get on the scales.
Oh, do I have to?
Yep. Stand there. Stay still. It's still counting. It's still counting. Oh dear, it says maximum load.
Oh.
What did you eat?
What did you eat?
Oh, madame, they are the best escargots you can have in France and all of the land.
Oh, can I try one, please?
Oh, madame, they are not ready yet.
Why? Are you cooking them special for me?
Oh, yes, they are very special, you see. I have to give them the juice and the love.
Being a tourist, I'm so scared. I'm a bit scared about this.
Oh, and you Kiwis, you do not know the flavor and the garlic that needs to go into the love in the escargot.
Oh, okay. Can I maybe just try like a little bit of one?
Hey, I've been sitting here for like 17
Maybe
hours.
can I
Could
try
I make...
What's that? Can you maybe just try a little bit of
Could
one?
I maybe just try a little bit of one? I've been here forever. I just want whatever package you've got.
Oh yeah, well, I've got a spare here.
I've got a spare burger here if you want to try it.
No, I don't need to know what you've been eating really. It was more of it was an insult, okay? Yeah, okay, so come and stand here beside the draft horse. Now, he's got a lot of fear in his eyes. You better say something to him to calm him down.
Ooh, you're a bit fluffy, aren't you?
You are a bit fluffy, aren't you? Look at you.
Yes,
I need to eat a salad.
You need to eat a salad.
Oh, God, I'll be starving after eating that lettuce. Oh.
But the this is the only way that we're going to win the race. Look, draft horses don't even belong in horse racing. They're more supposed to be thoroughbreds and stuff, mate. And it's a bit of a message to you.
Oh, well, I like Clydesdales anyway, so I don't mind.
You have to stay on a completely strict diet.
You have to stay on a completely strict diet to look like this?
Madame, what is this that you are trying to show?
I'm a beautiful, Kiwi, curvaceous woman.
Madame, you look like a Kardashian.
Of course. I don't think I want to.
You keep your filthy hands away from my escargot.
You keep your filthy hands off my escargot. There's no way to get into the front runner in the race. You have to earn it.
Oh, really?
You have to earn it.
Okay, so, well, I mean, my bag's full at the moment, so I'm going to have to go off and empty it. If you think you can handle the responsibility of keeping this warm for me...
If you can keep this warm for me...
Oh, mademoiselle, I can keep you very warm. Oui. Oui.
We.
We!
You guys are getting the hang of it beautifully, almost in time for us to be finished. Okay, so now we are going to play another game that requires a brave audience member. Hands up if when you were a kid, guys, you used to make fart sounds under your arms with your armpit. No? Nobody here? Liars. Liars. Even I did it when I was a kid. Can anybody make a fart sound or a knocking sound or any sound effect at all? That's the person that we're looking for this game, because we have a little amp here and a little microphone, and we need somebody who's going to make sorts of noises and sound effects for our next game. So if you can do any sort of sound. I think they're mocking me back there. Like, you know. Sir. Could you just say bang?
Bang.
See, there you go! That's so all I need are my players out here for this game, which is John and Kim. John and Kim? Yes. These are our actors. They're going to be acting out a scene that you're going to give them in a minute. And we need a brave person who's going to make all the sound effects, from creaky doors through to amazing explosions. Thank you, sir, at the front for bottling that for us. Or any sorts of noises, really. You could give them something crazy, and then they would have to weave that into their scene. So, hands up!
How about this lady in the middle of the second row?
Oh, thank you for being a good sport. Excellent, there you go. And your name is?
Melanie.
Melanie has the power. Oh, okay. So John and Kim, whatever sound effect she gives you, you have to roll with that. You have to take it on board and build your story around it. And of course, you have to watch them carefully, because if they're doing something that might have a sound, then you need to make the sound. Where could we be having two people who are planning a dastardly deed? What could they be planning, and where could they be? Somewhere crazy, like, I don't know, Welcome Bay?
Behind the bike shed?
Behind the bike shed. Who was that? Usually those suggestions come from a wealth of experience in chosen ladies. Behind the bike sheds, and what are they planning? Something terrible.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, they're going to figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
They're going to figure it out. So I give to you.
We did have a good suggestion, but you couldn't hear it.
What was
Say
it?
again?
To bomb the school.
To bomb the school.
Yes.
Thank you for speaking out. You're behind the bike sheds and you're about to bomb the school. So I give you, ladies and gentlemen, the sound effects game.
Excuse you. Bro.
Yeah?
For that direction, please. You're about to set my whole arm on fire. I'm smoking a cigarette here. That gas is gonna come this way.
Sorry, it's the My mum's cooking, yeah. Except boiled cabbage again, yeah.
Look, did you bring the stuff?
Yeah, I got cigarettes, yeah.
No, did you bring the bomb stuff?
Oh, bomb the school. Right, yeah.
I scared you, didn't I? You're really high alert.
Yeah, just gonna be a bit walking funny now. Yeah. They're after us.
They're coming. How do they know?
Hang on. We haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, no. I mean, we're totally innocent.
Yeah, but there's a lot of police out tonight.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to be careful.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get the gunpowder out the car.
You left it in the car?
Oh, well, yeah. I had to bring it from my nan's.
Look, the kitty. She's walking by the explosives.
Yeah.
She might need to get away from that.
Yeah, I'll just. I'm kind of allergic to cats.
I'm lactose intolerant, but intolerant?
Yeah.
That's super awkward, bro.
Yeah. I'm just gonna Oh, my stomach. Oh.
Look, we need to do this. These cops are gonna get us.
Come on with your hands up. Come on. We see you. Come on with your hands up.
No, that just makes you look guilty. Just walk out like totally calm. Like I did nothing. I'm good.
Do you smell something, George? I smell something. It's just two kids farting. It's okay.
So, unfortunately, not bombing the school with explosives, more like flatulence. That's okay. Two different types of bombs. All right, okay. So you are now going to be part of a press conference this evening. If I could have Brett and John, if you could please come out on stage for a second, and all of the other honest liars, could you disperse yourselves amongst the audience, please? Because today we are going to be having a press conference about a terrible scandal that's happening somewhere in New Zealand. John and Brett are going to be fronting for the organisation that's at fault in this terrible scandal, but they're going to have to guess what that organisation is. And in order for us to know and be in on the joke, they need to leave the building. So if you'd like to step outside, and of course, Fee, would you mind calling them in when we say we're ready? Now, part of the press conference, we're going to be asking them questions which are very carefully and subtly worded clues for them to try to figure out, one, which organisation they're from, and two, what is the scandal. So the honest liars will be the press in amongst you. We've all got our press hats on. We know which organisation, television show or magazine that we're from, and then we will be calling out to the front men in just a moment. Now, your job. Which organisation are they from in New Zealand?
Tauranga City Council.
Tauranga City Council. Now, what could be a terrible scandal at the Tauranga City Council?
Tauranga City Council. They're a scandal themselves.
Bella Vista. Ooh. Yes. Give us any other ones? Something strange and weird.
They put the rates down.
They put the rates down. I like it. Maybe they should be here tonight. All right, so the scandal is that the Tauranga City Council has put all the rates down in the city, and these two are going to have to account for the aftermath of that. So, we can welcome them back. Oh, so you finally turned up. Thank you very much, Mr. and Mr. Johnson and Mr. Smith. We're very glad that you've decided to front up today and face the press. So I'd like to open up the floor to our press cartel this evening. Are there any questions from the floor for Mr. Johnson and Mr. Smith?
Don't you think you're setting a dangerous precedent?
Well, we'd like to think so. We've always strove to be innovators in our field.
Yes. Very. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Gentleman over here.
Is Simon Bridges here from the, how long, you know. Now, I know how it feels to be so down and out of sorts, but why did you do it? Why?
Well, we'd like to say it felt like a good idea at the time.
Well, it still feels like a good idea to me.
Yeah, we're just very, very sorry that we got caught. Lady over here.
Katie, newspaper here. Really want to know, when are we going to get this bypass? How on earth are we going to get it done? Now, after this.
When is such a demanding word. I think really just when we're good and ready.
Yeah, in the interests of cultural relevance, we're working on Mediterranean time.
Politician from
Yes, lady in front.
Yeah, Anita Mann over here. I'm from the Papamoa Press, and I'm just wondering, is Temby going to have to dish out some dough to make up for this?
Temby's going to have to dish out a lot of things.
He's got plenty. Lady down here.
From the Raving Loony Party. Have you done your sums?
We've done some sums. We're fairly sure that 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 8, 8 and 8 is 16. We're a little unsure as to what comes after that. We're looking into it. Have we got an answer?
Well, I've only got the first 2 seasons of Sesame Street. We need to fork out the third.
All in due time, madam. We will come back to you.
Yes, lady in the front.
Yes, from the Post-Dispatch. What will you do to make up the deficit?
Well, what does anybody do, really? You just stand on a nice street corner and show what you've got and see what takers you get.
Well, we've had suggestions from the community of a bake sale, maybe a whip round. I personally have looked down the back of my sofa. We're getting there, slowly but surely.
Gentlemen, I've got a phone-in question here from Barry from Mount Maunganui. Would like to know, is this your way of trying to stay in power for another term by throwing away things to the Papamoa ratepayers that make them this happy, but in the long term cripple us all?
No, we're not relying on that to stay in power. We're relying on the fact that voters are very lazy to stay in power.
2 more questions from the floor.
Gentleman over here.
I'm from the Sun News. You've both been seen on CCTV cameras at Sky City in Auckland. Aren't you wasting the money you already have?
But it's a sure thing. Red always wins. Don't you know that?
Scientific fact.
Sorry, honest lies. A little bit more questioning.
Yes, Shane Jones here. You were supposed to use those funds to not take them down, but up. Just a waste of money.
Up, down. It's all a matter of perspective.
They're relative terms. If we'd done it on the other side of we're working in Mediterranean time and space.
Angle.
So, if from the Mediterranean, it looks like it's.
Just try and see it from our point of view.
Yeah.
Lady down here.
So with all of this, is the bypass still scheduled to be finished by 2035?
Oh, it's scheduled to be finished by 2035. Yeah, scheduled. It's not going to happen by then.
So Trevor here from the Papamoa Link. We love you. You're the great. We're going to vote for you every year. Keep doing what you're doing. Yeah.
We love you too.
Thanks, Trevor. And I don't mind that your dog keeps crapping on my yard. That's fine.
Hey, my dog.
Keep it up.
Lady in the middle.
I'm from the Mount Maunganui Marine Parade. Will my property rates go down or up along with everybody else's?
They will go in the same direction as everybody else's, we're fairly sure.
Okay.
That weighs up, isn't it? I can't remember.
Well, Mr.
Yes,
Johnson and Mr. Smith, have you got any clues as to which organisation you are representing?
Is it transport agency?
No.
Roading.
Council.
Yes. Very good. Got the count part. What on earth has the council done?
We've siphoned off all the money from the bypass and we've spent it in Sky City.
No, you didn't. It's much more simple than that. It's way more exciting. One more question to give a clue on what the scandal actually is.
Are you planning on buying your job security, if you will, with this?
Do you think that would work?
It sounds like a great plan.
Yeah.
Would you like to be hired as our consultant?
So what could you possibly do that would make the ratepayers the absolute happiest in Tauranga?
Oh, lowering...
All right, 2 games left until our evening with you is over. We've had so much fun. Thank you for making us feel so good about being off for COVID. This is the first time we've been performing in 4 months and it feels really great. You've made us feel very much at home. And now we're about to expose you to a treat of true Papamoa Link on Facebook spirit. A rant about controversial issues and a rave about controversial issues. English coming out of my mouth. All right, Kim, would you like to come and take this game for us, please?
Oh, I will.
Oh, it's a Kathy!
Yeah, it's Kathy. That's all right.
Put on the hat, baby.
Did you not want me to wear the hat tonight?
Yes, I do. You look so gorgeous.
So this is a game called Rant and Rave, and this is a real competition. So we're going to get 2 different sets of people up here, and they're going to rant and rave about something. So let's see who we've got playing this game. Kim, Brett, Melissa, and Sally. Come on up. And we're going to have 2 teams. And we are going to have these guys rant and rave about something, controversial issues. So this is your chance to really put up a bitch. So we want to know what is something that you are totally upset about, what's something that controversial in our community right now.
Domain roads on bikes.
I heard Domain Road. What else did I hear?
Baby boomers on bikes.
Baby boomers on bikes.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Dang. That is my husband.
Yeah.
Oops. And what's something else? A controversial thing that you just hate in this town. It just upsets you. Or in New Zealand.
Bad recycling.
Bad recycling.
Corgis on the beach.
Corgis on the beach. That is only raves. Let's do recycling. Issues with recycling. So we're going to first have them rant, and then we're going to have them rave. So we are going to have you guys go first.
And ours is baby boomers?
Baby boomers on bikes. Let's hear a rant.
You know what I cannot stand? When I'm driving and I'm like, baby had a couple beers and I can't really steer super straight. And next thing I know, there's a baby boomer coming out of nowhere on his bike.
I know. Like, there's no surprise why they're called mammals, right? Middle-aged men in lycra. Absolutely. You could pretty much go down the road with them on the left-hand side with all of their reflective fluorescent gear, and as you go by, you can navigate by the really pronounced bulge that's in the front of their shorts. Just sort of.
Yeah, but I mean, who are they trying to impress? You look like a big loser on your bike, just all lit up, all colorful. It's disgusting.
What is it like? Look at me. I'm middle-aged
Look
and
at my
getting
balls.
fit. Yeah, exactly.
It's just out there.
Yeah, my wife is pretty happy with my package, eh?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
what?
Of course.
All right, let's hear a rave for baby boomers on bikes.
Oh, but those bulges do kind of get me going.
I know. I wish my husband wore lycra pants like that. It would be
And you ever
amazing.
like see their calf muscles?
I know. And there's nothing more attractive than a middle-aged guy trying to get fit, right? Like all the sweat and the hormones and the big armpit stains. Oh.
But I mean, I just want to dry them off, you know? I just want to go over there and just hose them down and...
We could super glue their cleats into their pedals, and so you stop
they can't
them.
escape.
Right. And once they fall over, I'll catch them, and we could have them all to ourselves.
Yeah, that's what we should totally do.
Great. All right, now we've got recycling. Let's hear a rant.
So I'm just trying to do what's best for the world, right?
Yeah.
But it's so complicated. I have all of these different things, and I'm supposed to put them all into, I don't even know where.
The Tauranga Council is absolutely crap at this. They can't even get past number 1 and 2. We can't even do more than 1 and 2 plastic bottles.
I can do 1 and 2 in my bathroom. What's so hard about it?
But you get these 5 and 7s, what are you supposed to do with them?
I don't know. I mean,
and the other thing that really gets up my nose is you've got to take off every single lid off your glass jars.
They don't take glass, they do take glass. What am I supposed to do? I
Don't
can't eat
break
the stuff.
it before you put it in the container, because they won't take it.
But it breaks when you put it in the container. So
You've got to be gentle.
All right, let's hear a rave for recycling.
Well, I love, we've just got to look after our planet. We've just got to stop hurting the fish. And it's, I think the young people of this world have just got it sorted.
I love it how you take your plastic there and then you put it in the container and then suddenly it appears all mashed up as somebody else's driveway.
I bet you our new sweatshirts are made of plastic. Did you know sweatshirts can be made of plastic these days? It's amazing.
That is amazing. I'm going to go out and buy 6.
Yeah, come on.
I don't even need one. But I'm going to buy 6 of them.
Cool. I think
That's such a great idea.
All right, great. That was awesome. We're going to find out. I can't judge. I can be bribed. Oh, they're going to judge. All right, so we've got rants and raves about baby boomers on cycling. Who thinks they won this competition? And we got rants and raves about recycling. I think they both won.
Okay, this is our final game for the evening. We are going to play a game called Meat Puppets, where we have the ability to move somebody on stage because they aren't able to move themselves. And then eventually we're going to ask for a couple of brave volunteers to be the movers. You don't have to talk, but you could come up and move somebody's body, right? Start thinking about building up the courage because we'd love a couple of people to come and volunteer for after our demonstration game. All right, for puppets. Kim, Kathy, Sally and John, please. Haha. All right, Sally and John up the front, please. Well, we've got Kathy and Kim behind. Now, John and Sally are just meat puppets. There's nothing animating them at all. They can't move their bodies in any way. In fact, they need so much help that they need an extra person behind them like a puppeteer. Now, Kim is going to be able to help John to walk by tapping the backs of his knees. Very good. John won't even be able to turn his head or raise his arms unless Kim does it. Excellent. And the same for Sally and Kathy. Now coming backwards, tapping on the front of the legs and bringing the arms up or tilting the head just by simple little touches. Come on, Sally. Very good. Excellent. So we're going to ask for 2 people to come in just a minute. We'll give you a wee demonstration scene. And disobedient. Right, Sally and John, you're meeting for the very first time after a Tinder hookup. Please show us how this works.
Hi, Sally.
Hi, John.
This is a lovely restaurant you've chosen.
Yes, very nice. Really?
It's such an intimate place for our dining.
What are you doing? I think
Oh, Kathy, you set yourself up for some big revenge now.
Thank you, Sally and John. You
She
made
was
it.
like a paralyzed meat puppet.
Oh. Someone from the audience is going to get them payback on you right
I know.
now. Hands up for being Kathy's puppeteer, please.
movie without you.
We need one more volunteer, please. Hands up.
Who's being nominated?
Who's being nominated?
Come on up.
Is there a doctor in the house?
Is there a doctor in the house? Is there a
What
doctor?
about a dentist?
Is there a
Orthopedic.
doctor? Yes, Claudia! Now, how do we know Claudia? Well, she came along to one of our very first workshops that we held where we teach basic improv skills. And you had a great time, eh, Claudia?
Oh yes, I always freeze. I'm the one that cannot talk. I just blank out.
But she can prescribe medication.
And that's why we kept her. But anyway, yeah, so that's really fun. We're going to be telling you about our next workshop soon. So Claudia has done this before, but she's not part of the team, so she's still very, very brave for coming up on stage.
And she doesn't know me at all, so she'll be touching my ear.
All right, she'll be touching your done. You move. Okay, Nicole, so stand behind, and Claudia behind Kim. Now, these two ladies are having a conundrum about a problem that they're trying to solve. It might be about a relationship. Can we have a suggestion here? Could be a profession. Somebody want to suggest any profession in the world?
Mother and daughter.
Mother and daughter.
Not a profession.
Not a profession, but let's add to that.
Pole dancers.
You're a mother.
Yeah. Mother and daughter pole dancers.
That's right.
Mother and daughter pole dancers.
Mother and daughter pole dancing team. When you are ready, you may begin.
Mom, you need
Yes.
you need to stop hurting yourself.
I know.
It's making me so sad that we can't perform together.
This rash on my back from sliding up and down the poles. I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to do this.
You need some lube on those poles, Mom.
Lube?
Yes, it just makes you slide so nicely.
I itch all over, too.
I think you're enjoying that.
Yes.
What's not to enjoy, am I right?
Lube, poles, itching. It all goes with the work, babe.
Are you practicing your vogue
I'm practicing my shimmy.
and your shake?
You gotta learn the ropes. I mean the pole.
Well, I did learn from the best.
Who was that?
You, Mom.
Oh.
You're the best.
Thank you.
Nobody that can ride a pole.
I think hit her harder, Claudia.
You know how to ride that pole like the best.
We should do a duet. A pole duet.
Oh, that sounds like the best plan ever. I can just picture it now. We can put a picture on our Christmas cards.
That's right. I've been wanting to get a Christmas card of me like this.
I can only imagine.
And you, my baby girl.
We are here every single first Sunday of the month. Every single first Sunday.
Every single one of them.
Every single month on the first Sunday of the month, same time, same place. You are allowed to bring your own booze. So if you found tonight was just a little bit too hard to laugh at and you need a little bit of laughing lubrication, please bring lots for us as well. But we also, like I said before, we have workshops. Now, instead of committing to doing a workshop, we've decided to give you a free taste tester. If you'd like to come along and learn a few of the little things that we do to be able to do this sort of stupidness on stage, we're not scary, we'll be very kind. Next Saturday at 9:45 here for an hour and a bit. About an hour and a half, we're going to show you some ropes. There's no cost involved in that, it's a free taste tester. There's a notice board, clipboard on the on the counter outside as you leave, and you can write your name down to receive our newsletter too if you like. We're on Facebook, and we have our own website too. So if you'd love to share the love and invite new people to come each month, we always have a different show because the content of the show is up to you, and you've been fabulous. So thank you very much.